Hey 5100, I can't wait to see you in just a few short weeks. So I thought I'd make a video just to take you through some really important information. First of all, there was a meeting last week with Miss Brown and Miss De Jesus to talk about what school is going to look like this fall. So if you missed it and you want that information, you can click here. It'll take you to the information, or you can just go to the parent and student resources that are in the classwork section of our Google Classroom. Make sure that you share that information with your parents. I know a lot of you had some really good questions, and some of the stuff I'm waiting to get back to you about, but this information on that on Google Classroom should help you answer a lot of questions. All right. What are we doing this week? I'm so excited. Next week, Monday, I am going to be doing the final summer reading meetup. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you. I'm hoping everybody in our class will come to that because it'll be a really good time just to meet up and hang out before we have to get buckled down and get super serious about school. So that's next Monday, 10 a.m. Do not miss it. All right, some shout outs. You know what? It's been a lot of the same people really kicking it out, really putting some time in on the iReady. I really want you to push yourself this week. If your name is not up here, put some time in. You know what? It's kind of like, I think school is kind of like, a race. If you've been sitting on your couch and you've been, eating chips and playing video games, you're probably not ready to run a race. But if you, get yourself ready for the race, maybe do some warm-ups, do a little bit of running before you do the race, you're going to be really successful. And it's the same thing with school. So this iReady is kind of like the race, right? It's going to help you to get ready for school. So if you haven't been doing the iReady, I really want to encourage you to be like some of these really amazing students here, to do some of this iReady, just so that when you get back to school, you're not feeling like out of breath. Okay. I did put a new assignment up here on iReady, but these are all the assignments that I have put up so far on iReady. One thing that's really important is don't jump around to all these things. There's a lot of assignments. Do one. Maybe do understanding historical text and do that until you're finished. I would rather that you do one thing and complete it than jump around to a bunch of things and don't complete anything. So make sure that you are getting that done, and also doing the My Path on the iReady. Put your time in getting those assignments completed. All right. I'm so excited with this nonfiction reading. I really, really don't know if you have all been paying attention to the news, but there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on with this being an election year and people going to vote. And something that you should know is that right now, today in 2020, there are still things that are keeping people from voting. And I want you to know why it's so important to vote. So please make sure that you get on Newsela and read the article. I know some of you have been having some problems with Newsela, so I also put the article on Google Classroom, so you can click here and you can go to that. Also, the quiz is going to be on Google Classroom for this, so you can read the article and do the quiz on Google Classroom, or you can go to Newsela. Either way, I'm going to be grading the quiz on Newsela, and I will be giving you a shout out next week when I see you all at the meetup. But read this article; it was really good. Okay, another thing, if you're not sure how to sign into Newsela or you forgot, here is a clip that shows you how. All right, also, I put in this extra assignment for you. It's up to you if you want to read this, but I thought it was really cool. It's about the new vice president. It is the first female black vice president in the United States. This is really, really exciting. So if Joe Biden, who is the Democratic nominee, wins in November, he wins the presidency, Kamala Harris will be the vice president. So you can read all about her. She's a really interesting story on Newsela. All right, One Crazy Summer. Oh my goodness, I really hope that you've been keeping up with this because this book is amazing and it only gets better and better as you go on. Something that you should know is that in the last chunk, in chapter 15, we learn that Cecile's Black Panther name is Nzila, which means the path in Yoruba. It's an African language. So I'm kind of wondering why Cecile chose that name and maybe how it connects to the story. If you missed those chapters, you can go here. But otherwise, I want to make sure that you are reading on chapters 17 through 21 and doing the exit ticket. And you can go here for that assignment. All right. Khan Academy, make sure that you're logging on and leveling up on those skills. So you're going to be ready for 5th grade math. You can click here to go to Khan Academy. If you forgot how to go to Khan Academy, here's a video. Okay, independent reading. I want to make sure that you are doing some independent reading. I'm doing independent reading just like you. This is an a book that I found on the New York Public Library called Locked Up for Freedom. It is an amazing, amazing story. True story about these 30 black girls from age 11 to 16 who were arrested and thrown in like prison camp. And they were there for weeks before their family was able to free them. It is a crazy story. I can't even imagine being 11 years old and being in a prison camp just for protesting to try and make sure that they can have the free and fair right to vote. So if you're interested in that book, you can click there and get it at the New York Public Library. All right, I'm super excited for you to get yourselves ramped up and get ready for school. I know summer vacation is winding down, but we got to get it done. All right, hope to see you next week, Monday, because as I said in the beginning, I'm going to be hosting the summer reading meetup. See you there.